So, for me, when I see that, it's really interesting, because the reality is, if all our businesses fail in this country, government will fail.
Yeah.
They will fail.
Where are you going to get money from? Who's going to pay taxes? In fact.
Oh, and they have to work hand in hand. And yes, there's a government responsibility to look after people. I get that. But without businesses and without a strong economy, I mean, it's done. So, and you look anywhere in the world, and anywhere in the world, outside of Africa, wherever the economies have crumbled, it's people have suffered, and that's the way it works. So you have to build economy. Socialism doesn't work. No, it's been proven it doesn't work. Communism doesn't work. What I do say is that the far extent of capitalism, where it's all about profit, that doesn't work either. So you have to build profitable businesses. And those profitable businesses, a part of that also needs to be going to look after and ensure that the environment is upkept well.
Yeah.
That does that make sense? Because yes, you can become a multimillionaire and you can drive a 20 Ferraris, great, and not give a shit about anyone else. Well, I just think at some stage you're going to get out of exchange. So there is this, for me, it's about building a business to make a significant difference in the world. Yes, I'll make a difference in my life. When I build a business and I employ more people and I help other businesses employ more people, and I create a business where if I grow, guess what? I mean, in our world, the bigger we get, the more, for example, our printer makes money.
Yeah.
So the suppliers, if we grow, I'm just about to launch my second book. Well, guess what? My printer now, instead of printing 500 copies of my first book, will now print 500 copies of my first book and 500 copies of my second book. In the next 3 months, I'll launch my third book.
Yeah.
Well, so that's creating growth. Well, guess what? That printer now has to employ one more person to do our books. There's one, and that's how growth goes. So that wonderful saying, a rising tide lifts all ships. A rising tide lifts all ships.
Yeah.
But the saying goes, a lowering tide lowers all ships. And the problem I think I see is that we keep friggin' lowering the tide. In fact, in some economies, and I think in this economy, we are friggin' precariously close to the friggin' rocks.
Yeah.